welcome back to another video. Today we are filming live from my apartment at Solent University. Here's a little, you can see me through the board. Hi. So yeah, I'm filming this video in my Southampton College uni room. I'm filming this video from my room at one of the student residents, at the student resident at one of the student residences of Solent University called Chantry. So yeah, this is my room in Chantry, in the Solent University Chantry student residence. So there's 4 residences for Solent University: Gameweek, Deanery. There are 3 student residences for Solent Southampton. Chantry, which is the one I'm in. Deanery, Kimber, and there's also David and Moxon. So yeah, there's 4 student residences. Chantry, the one I'm in. Kimber, Deanery, and David and Moxon. But yeah, other than that, let's get on with the video. So, tomorrow, we have a big day. There's a big date with Disney. And that's because the Champions League is back for one last time with the normal format before next season's Champions League goes rogue. This is the final season of the Champions League, where we'll have group stages. So after this group stage, there'll be no more group stages because the rules will change, because the Champions League rules are going to change. So I thought, because there'll be no more group games, Champions League group games after this year, that I would do what I've never done before, which is predictions. So here I am, giving you my Champions League group stage Gameweek 1 predictions for Tuesday's games, which are the games between teams from Group E to H, and Wednesday, which is games between teams from Group A to D. So we're going to start off with Tuesday's games, and this is going to be difficult for me to make a prediction for a game that doesn't involve an English team, because I don't know too much about other football. Well, I know a lot about other football, like Spanish football, like German football. I do know a lot about that, like French football. But I don't know as much about French football, Italian football, Spanish football, German football as I do English football. So predicting the games between 2 non-English sides is going to be hard, but I will try my best. The first game on Tuesday. So first up we have Feyenoord versus Celtic. Now, Feyenoord, the champions of the Dutch League, facing Celtic, the champions of the Scottish League. Celtic are starting where they finished, by doing really well in the league, and Feyenoord don't know how well they're doing in their league right now, but they did well to get to the Champions League by winning the Dutch League. As it's in Feyenoord, as Feyenoord are the home side, and as Feyenoord are the home side, and as the Netherlands is so hard to win, it's so hard to get a win in the Netherlands, and because it's very hard to get a win in the Netherlands, because the Dutch teams are very good. Celtic, I think, will lose, but I think as Feyenoord are the home team, I'm going to edge them. I'm going to edge them with a 2-1 win. Next up, Lazio finished 3rd in the Serie A last season to make the Champions League this season, and they haven't been in the Champions League for a little while. Atletico Madrid last season had a horror Champions League group stage campaign. Got knocked out of not just the Champions League in the group stage, but the Europa League in the group stage of the Champions League. Because obviously in the Champions League group stage, the top 2 teams advance to the round of 16, but the 3rd place team goes through to the Europa League to play one of the 3rd place teams in one of the Europa League, to face one of the 3rd place teams in one of the Europa League groups. But Atletico Madrid finished 4th, so they were out of European competition forever. They're back in it, but they've lost They're back in it. They've gained Azpilicueta, which is pretty impressive. They haven't lost too many players. That's the other thing Madrid is going to be an interesting game. I'm going to back the away side because Atletico Madrid apparently are in really good form in the league. So I'm going to edge Atletico Madrid with a 2-1 away win. Next up, AC Milan versus Newcastle. San Siro. It's a hard place to go. It definitely is a hard place to go, that's San Siro. But I think Newcastle have the squad to go to the San Siro and get a result. Now, do I think they'll win? Possible. I think they could. Do I think they'll win? I don't think so. I don't think they'll win. Do I think they'll lose? I'm not exactly sure. Do I think they'll draw? Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know if they'll win, lose or draw. They've been so inconsistent so far in the Premier League that I just don't know. But I am going to back Newcastle. I'm going to back them pretty comfortably. I'm going to say Newcastle get the job done, winning 2-0 away from home, with Tonali scoring against his former club. Next up, PSG Dortmund, I'm going to back. I know they've lost Messi. I know they've lost Mbappe. I know they've still got Mbappe. I know they've still got Mbappe and lost Messi and Neymar. But PSG have signed so many good players. They've signed Asensio, who I think will be a very good signing. Ousmane Dembele, great signing. And Carlo Ramos, good signing. They've signed Kolo Muani, which is also another good signing. They got a lot of attacking threats. And Dortmund lost their best player, Jude Bellingham. So, this is going to be an easy PSG win. So I'm going to say PSG beat Dortmund 3-1. Next up, group Young Boys versus Leipzig. I don't know too much about Young Boys. So I don't know. I can't really back them if I don't know too much about them. And I know Leipzig are a good side. Yes, they've lost Nkunku, Szoboszlai and Gvardiol this summer, but they're still a good team. So I'm going to say they just edge past Young Boys with a 1-0 away win. Next up, as you can tell by my shirt, this is my club. My club, Manchester. As you can tell by my shirt, I'm a City fan. And next up is my team, who are playing at home to Red Star Belgrade of Serbia. This is the first ever meeting between Man City and Red Star Belgrade. So they're an unknown quantity, but City are at home, and in the Champions League last year, City, in the Champions League last year, City went unbeaten. City didn't lose a single game we didn't lose a single game last season in the Champions League on our way to winning the Champions League. But every home game in the Champions League, we won. We won every home game in the Champions League last season. Dortmund, 2-1. Sevilla, 3-1. Copenhagen, 5-0. Leipzig, 7-0. Bayern, 3-0. Real Madrid, 4-0. So we won every home game in the Champions League last season. And I think we're going to continue the streak of home wins in the Champions League. And we're going to win by 4-0 against Red Star Belgrade. Next up, Barcelona, Royal Antwerp. Don't know much about Royal Antwerp. I'm going to back Barcelona with the game being at the Camp Nou. So 2-0 to Barcelona. And Shakhtar Porto, I think Shakhtar could get a result, especially given the fact that the game will be played in Poland. So I'm going to say a 1-1 draw between Shakhtar Donetsk and Porto. Next up, we're on to Wednesday, which is, like I said, involving teams from Group A, which, like I said, is matches involving teams from Group A to D. So let's start off with the Group A games on Wednesday. First up, Galatasaray Copenhagen. Copenhagen put up a good fight, did well, did surprisingly. He did surprisingly well. Copenhagen did surprisingly well last season to put up a good fight against us, Dortmund and Leipzig, and put up a very good fight against us, Dortmund and Sevilla, but they just weren't good enough to make the Europa League. But they were impressive. Copenhagen, Galatasaray have signed some good players in the summer. I'm going to back the home side because they're being the home side. So Galatasaray 2, Copenhagen 1. Bayern Munich, Man United. Bayern Munich, Harry Kane, smashing it. Man United, not so much. Bayern 3, Man United 0. Hat-trick for Harry Kane against the team he could have played for this season. Had Daniel Levy been You can go to a Premier... If Daniel Levy didn't want to sell Harry Kane to a Premier League... If Levy, the Tottenham director... the team he could have played for this season, if Levy was happy for Kane to go to a Premier League rival, which obviously we know he wasn't. So yeah, Bayern Munich 3, Man United 0, Harry Kane hat-trick. Arsenal PSV, Arsenal, good start to the season, unbeaten. They're third in the league behind Liverpool and City, but they're level on points with Liverpool, only behind Liverpool on goal difference, and they're only 2 points behind us. PSV Eindhoven, the coming in with no Ajax in the Champions League, PSV will have to show what Dutch team... with Ajax not in the Champions League this season, PSV Eindhoven and Feyenoord have both got to show why they're just as good of team. As there's no Ajax in the Champions League this season, PSV and Feyenoord need to prove this season in the Champions League that they are just as good as Ajax in terms of players and in terms of quality, overall team quality. Will they get a result against Arsenal? Possibly. But I don't think they will. And I'm going to say Arsenal will be comfortable with a 2-1 win. Damn, now 2-1 win may not seem comfortable, but I think it'll be comfortable, and I think they'll sneak 2 late goals, and then PSV will score a very, 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 very late consolation. Sevilla, I'm going to back the Europa League winners and the Super Cup runners up, because I don't know much about Lyon, and apparently they're, unlike last season, and apparently they're having a much worse season compared to the last season. And apparently they're having a not so great start to this season than they did. Last season was amazing for Lyon, but apparently they're doing much, much worse at the start of this season. So I'm going to say Sevilla 3, Lyon 1. Real Madrid Union Berlin is actually a difficult game to predict for me, because Union Berlin are an unknown quantity. But just like Lyon aren't having a great start to the new campaign after they also, just like Lyon's, had a stellar campaign last season. But Real Madrid are Real Madrid, and they are the team with the most Champions League wins for a reason. Real Madrid 2, Union Berlin 0. Sporting Braga vs Napoli, I can't see anything but bar a Napoli win. So I'm going to say Sporting Braga 1, Napoli 2. Benfica Salzburg. There's not much for me to separate Benfica. Benfica have lost Nunes last summer, but also this summer have lost another very good attacking threat in Gonçalo Ramos. They still have David Neres. They lost Grimaldo, but they still have some good players. Benfica Salzburg always have some good players. Always seems to be an underdog in the Champions League. And I think the underdog will get a goal against Benfica, but I'm going to back the home side and say that they'll win 2-1. And final game is Real Sociedad Inter Milan. Real Sociedad, good team, good players, but Inter Milan will be confident this season in the Champions League after being runners-up last season. So I'm going to say Real Sociedad will get a goal in front of their home fans, but they will lose 3-1. There you go. Those are my Premier League predictions. There you go. Those are my Champions League group stage game week 1 predictions. Let's go for them again. Tuesday games. The games on Tuesday. Group E. Feyenoord Celtic 2-1 Feyenoord. Lazio Atletico Madrid 2-1 Atletico Madrid. Group F. Milan Newcastle 2-0 Newcastle. PSG Dortmund 3-1 PSG. Group G. 1-0 RB Leipzig. Young Boys Leipzig up 1-0 RB Leipzig. City Red Star 4-0 City. Group H, Barcelona, Antwerp, 2-0 Barca, and Shakhtar Donetsk, Porto, 1-1. Wednesday's games, Group A, Galatasaray, Copenhagen, 2-1 Galatasaray, Bayern Munich, Man United, 3-0 Bayern, Arsenal, PSV, Group B, Arsenal, PSV, 2-1, Sevilla, Lyon, 3-1, Group C, Real Madrid, Berlin, Union Berlin, 2-0, Real Madrid, Sporting Braga, Napoli, 2-1 Napoli, and Group D, Benfica, Salzburg, 2-1 Benfica, and Sociedad Inter, 3-1 Inter. So, one more time. Tuesday's games. Group E, Feyenoord, Celtic, 2-1 Feyenoord. Lazio, Atletico Madrid, 2-1 Atletico Madrid. Group F, Milan 0, Newcastle 2, PSG 3, Dortmund 1. G, Young Boys 0, Leipzig 1, City 4, Red Star 0. Group H, Barca 2, Antwerp 0, Shakhtar 1, Porto 1. Wednesday's games, Group A, Galatasaray 2, Copenhagen 1. Bayern 3, Man United 0. Group B, Arsenal 2, PSV 1. Sevilla 3, Lens 1. Group C, Real Madrid 2, Berlin, Union Berlin 0. Sporting Braga 1, Napoli 2. Group D, Benfica 2, Salzburg 1, and Real Sociedad 1, Inter Milan 3. And those are my, those are my Champions League Group Stage Game Week 1 predictions. Tune in Thursday for my Premier League Game Week 6 predictions for the 2023-2024 season, and tune in this time, and tune in Monday next week, and tune in Monday, and tune in a week on Monday, and then tune in a few weeks to see my Champions League Group Stage Game Week 2 predictions. But until those 2 videos, my Premier League predictions, my Premier League Game Week 6 predictions for the 2023-2024 Premier League season on Thursday, and a week on Monday, my Champions League Group Stage Game Week 2 predictions. But until those videos, this has been my another video on my YouTube channel, and I am out. Subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell to catch up with my subscribe and click the notification bell to catch up with one of those videos. But until the next video on my channel, the ones I just told you about, which are the ones that the next 2 videos on my channel, which are the ones I've just told you about, I'm out. Peace.